Good morning, lovelies. How are you today? Let me know in the comment section how things going for you. How has this week been? Have you been enjoying it? Have you been feeling a new sense of freedom by listening to these videos? You see, remember that this is the heart of why you're watching this video. And this is the heart of why I am doing this video. I'm doing these videos so that you can find out what is preventing you from living in freedom and giving you the tools, giving you tips, giving you strategies to create a life where you live in freedom. And this is what's so important, is that I no longer want to see you stuck in that corner. I no longer want to see you feeling scared and feeling that wallflower. I want you to step into the center stage of your life and start living a life that you deserve. So if you, like me, want to live in freedom, click on the link. Click on the link below, because I've created this amazing platform just for you. It's only £7 a month. $7.99. That's 2 Starbucks coffees. Those of you who like Starbucks. That's 2 coffees a month that you are dedicating to creating a life that inspires you. So what we've been looking at this week is we've been looking at how to live, not just what freedom is, but how to live in freedom. There's a difference between thinking about freedom, but there is thinking about freedom and actually living it. So there's a difference between human being, human feeling, and human doing. Now, we're doing all of those. We're being, we're feeling, we're doing. Living means being involved in the entire process, isn't it? So this week we're looking at the 7 steps to thrive and live in freedom. Not just live, but thrive. Really love your life. And that's what we're doing. So step number 1 we looked at on Monday, we looked at trusting. Now, let's take a recap, shall we? Here is you. Right? And we spoke about this idea of trust. Do you trust yourself? If you trust that you are divinely protected, no matter what you do, no matter what you experience, there's a sense of peace and calm that comes over you. Okay? If you trust that everything is going well for you. Step number 2, we said, was looking at awareness. Step number 3 was looking at acceptance. So if you remember what we spoke about on Mondays, we spoke about how you are surrounded by these beautiful petals of life. And these petals represent the opportunities and choices that you have in your life. Opportunities and choices. Here we have the leaves, and the leaves, we said on Monday, represent the changes that come into your life, the things that happen to you. All right? And what was very important for me was I was talking about how the flow of integrity that flows through you, that line of integrity, being committed to your core values. And this is where this integrity comes from. It comes from looking at what are the building blocks, what are the core values that are yours in this lifetime. Not society's, not your mom's, not your dad's, not your brother's, not your religions, but the core values that are important to you. For me, one of my core values is freedom, of course, but respect, loving myself, oneness, feeling that sense of deservability. These are core values. And this is where your integrity comes from. Your integrity flows from the core of who you are, your core values, not outside in, inside out. So today we're having a look at step number 4. Step number 4 is release. Release and forgiveness. Now I know that for a lot of people it's really difficult when you're caught in that tension in the body to release those emotions. And this is what I want to talk about today. And I think that the reason for our difficulty in releasing those pent-up emotions is because we've never been allowed to express those emotions before. We've always been told that it's not okay for us to release our anger, for us to cry, for us to let go of everything that we're holding on to. So this is what I would like us to look at today, is this idea of release. Now, for example, yesterday I had a very challenging evening. Those of you who know, I've just moved outside Paris, and what that means is that although we're close to Paris, during the working day, when public transport works perfectly, outside of the normal hours, things take a little bit longer. So it took me 2.5 hours yesterday. Can I have a thumbs up for being here today, still alive? Give me some love. Can I have some love, please? Give me some hearts. So 2.5 hours to get home. Nothing was working. Every time I got on a bus, it wasn't working. And anyway, let's just say it was an absolute disaster. So by the end of the evening, I decided that what I was going to do is I was going to take an Uber, because this was it was ridiculous. At 2.5 hours, I'm going to take an Uber and I'm not anywhere closer to home. So I get into an Uber and we just changed. So I changed the address. I'm getting caught up in the story, but for a reason. You see, it's important that we don't get caught up in the story of our lives, but I'm giving you this example so that I can talk through this analogy. Caught an Uber, the address wasn't right because there was something wrong with the app, and then the Uber driver didn't want to let me out of the car because he's like, I can't change the address, you have to go to this address. Anyway, by the end of that time, I felt like I was going to burst into tears. I had all this pressure and all this tension caught in my body that I felt like I was going to explode. Give me a thumbs up if you sometimes have those moments when you just feel like you're going to cry, you're going to explode. Give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. So here's the thing, this is how I dealt with the situation. I know that feeling those emotions is human, and there's nothing that we can do about it. We can't do anything about our feelings, because what happens throughout life is that our experiences help us to grow into, they grow various parts of who we are. So there's nothing we can do about how we feel when certain situations come our way. But what we can do is we can control how we respond to those different situations that come our way. So I'd like to imagine now that this is the belief system that I have. Now, something happens that makes me feel uncomfortable. All right, here's the energy. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm stuck in public transport, and my belief system is that this is happening to me. So an automatic belief system might be, this is happening to me because I'm unprepared. This is happening to me because I deserve it. So all these automatic responses happen, and what happens is that this energy starts getting caught up in the body, and it starts causing this blockage. But here's the thing, right? The feeling I can't change, but what I can do is how I respond. So what I do is I then tap into my core values, and I tap into that everything happens for a reason. Everything is an opportunity for me to learn. See, this is what the petals are. This is an opportunity for me to learn how to respond. So what I do is I look at, okay, well, how can I respond to this? Well, I'm going to look at my core values, And I'm going to understand that one of my core values is living in freedom. So what does freedom mean to me? Freedom means releasing the trap, releasing the hold that my emotions play on me. So what I do is I choose how I'm going to respond. And what I do is I choose to respond from the space of everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. You see, guys, it's not the emotion. It's how you respond to it that gives you the freedom. So I released. I breathed out. I allowed myself the space for a little tear to drip down my cheek, because it's okay to cry. It's okay to get angry. But I chose to breathe out and just release and think, okay, this is an opportunity for me to learn where I am out of alignment. So I did some reflection and I did some clearing. But what I could have done is I could have got caught up in the emotion and decided to react. Because over here, what we have is we have all the different thorns. This is the thorn, right, of the rose petal. And the thorn of the rose petal is your defense mechanism. What is a thorn? A thorn is there to protect the flower. So as are your defense mechanisms there to protect you. So what I could have done is responded via the defense mechanism. But the thing is, the defense mechanism is prickly. It pricks me, it pricks the people that I'm in response to. So my reaction is actually harmful to myself and to others. And that reaction causes more. You see, the more friction, if you say so the more something is frictioning, the more the energy builds up, doesn't it? And this is what happens to the energy within your body if you don't release it. But if you breathe and you release that energy, the particles start moving less frequently, and eventually that energy leaves your body. So what's important is it's important for you to honor how you feel, because honor is also one of my core values. So I honor that I feel upset. I honor, and write this down. This is how I'd like you to respond. I feel upset, and you can respond this way to any person or any situation. So you say, I feel upset because this has happened to me. To honor myself, I need X, Y, and Z. This situation is not okay for me. I'm feeling in my body that this is not okay. And I need X, Y, and Z to feel honored. Because when you give that feeling a voice, when you give that feeling a voice and you give it permission to speak, then you're honoring it and you're allowing that energy to leave your body. Forgive yourself for having those human feelings. You see, we're so hard on ourselves, guys, because of all our conditioned views. It's okay to feel. Forgive yourself for being a human being. You're human. But it is your soul's journey to learn through all these human experiences. So we're not going to feel bad about them. We're going to forgive ourselves and we're going to allow that energy. I was angry yesterday. I was upset yesterday. I was frustrated. That's how I felt. It was just an energy. Feelings are just an energy. I'm not going to feel bad about them. But I'm going to choose how to respond. And I'm going to choose to respond from the integrity of who I am, my core values, so that I can release that energy that no longer serves what I want in my life, which is living in freedom. Did this resonate with you today? Give me a thumbs up if it resonated with you today. Give me a thumbs up if what you're choosing to do today is to allow your feelings, to listen to your feelings. And once you've given them a voice, let them go and express. Comment below. Tell me what emotions you've felt today. What emotions are you feeling? And comment below when you've released them and how powerful that release is. Let me know in the comment section below. And guys, this is the type of thing that we're going to be talking about in my Live in Freedom new online platform. You see, it's important that every day we reflect. These are powerful tools that I'm giving you. These are life transformational tools that I'm giving you. So if you, like me, want to live in freedom and want to reflect every day so that you can be not the best version of you, but the authentic version of who you are, then click on the link. It is only $7.99 a month. And I tell you what I'm going to do. If you've listened now to the end, I'm going to give you a coupon code that's going to give you a 50% discount. That means €4 a month. Guys, that's nothing. To have my guidance, which comes from the core values of you, the depth of you. Thrive Being You is the coupon code. THRIVEBEINGYOU. Thrive Being You, because this is what the course is going to be doing. So click on the link. Jump to the checkout page, type in Thrive Being You, and you will see that you get a 50% discount. Not for the general public, only for you, because you have watched my video to the end, you get that discount code. Have a wonderful day. Let me know how your day was. Let me know what awareness you got from watching this video. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.